Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are working on a mail art ephemera pocket folder thing. I just got this kit in from your creative studio for the month of March, and I really loved all of the designs. There was lots of really pretty wildflowers and just all the florals, and I enjoyed the sizing of this new paper that she included. It was just bigger than 5 by 7, I think. But the paper itself, like the size that it just looked like a book page to me. And so I wanted to try to replicate it into looking like an old botanical type of book. And I knew that I wasn't going to try to get super intricate with it because I don't really have a whole lot of time to craft on my own these days, so I just sort of used a single piece of cardstock, cut it down to the exact size, put down the papers that came in the kit, and now I'm creating like the pocket part. So this printed vellum paper is actually not from your creative studio. It is from a friend of mine who has a shop, and I've had it in my stash for a really long time. And I thought it would look good with everything else that we've got going on. I will link everything down below for both of the shops, but I had some of this vellum paper and I loved the text on it and I loved the florals on it, and I thought it went well with the floral paper that I was working with from your creative studio. And while the paper isn't made to look vintage, because it's vellum, it lends very well to absorbing the brown tones from behind. So I feel like it worked really well together, even though they're not meant to go together. And basically I just used some double-sided sticky tape, the really, really thin kind, and put it behind the vellum so that I could create some pockets to sort of stuff things into these pocket folders, I guess. And it took a really long time to do. Like, I think this was originally like 30 minutes, the whole filming process, and I got it down to less than 10. So 10 minutes of active crafting isn't that bad, but it's the gluing and the cutting and the taping and all of that takes a really long time to do. So all that said and done, it looks really good. I did use my Crocodile with these tags, and I'm just going to use this eyelet to sort of marry those cards together. I wish I would have measured it a little bit better, because when I rotate them, it's clear that they're not perfectly even or level. It doesn't bother me too much. Like you can see there, it's not perfectly like in the middle, but it doesn't bother me that much. Honestly, I think I probably punched it too hard. Like I clamped it down too hard because it's a little bit difficult to spin. But the goal is to put some of these little tiny vellum or glassine envelopes on all the sides of these cards and fill them with little mini things. I only do it on one side for the sake of the video, because it does take some time to do that, and I just wanted to give you guys a general idea of what you could do with these. You could easily just like tape another pocket like I did with the bigger papers, as opposed to just putting some mini envelopes on, but you get the idea. I wasn't trying to go full blown. I don't want to make you guys sit here all day, but I just wanted to give you kind of an idea of how to use these cards. They're really, really nice quality cards too. I was really impressed with them. So now I'm just using some of the washi tape that came with the kit, and I'm taping them together, and I'm not putting them directly against each other. You can see there's about a centimeter space between them, and I've learned in the past that every time I've done this before, if I bump them up right next to each other, it makes it difficult to open and close. So I have decided ever since then, while I'm learning that issue, I try to make them a space between the two items that I'm trying to tape together so that it does fold a little bit easier. And I did add some double-sided sticky tape in between that layer because while the washi tape is very cute and fun, the adhesive is not fantastic on it. And with the purpose of the tape to hold these two together, it sort of needs to be a little bit stronger. It's not just decorative, it does serve a purpose. And while it is very pretty and it goes with the theme very well, it did serve a very large purpose. So I really did need it to stay. So I'm just using some other bits of ephemera to sort of decorate and make this feel cohesive and not rushed. I definitely didn't go for perfection with this. This was definitely one of those videos that I just wanted to give you guys some ideas on how to use some of the supplies that came with the kits. I do have other plans in the future for this, but this is just the first one that I was able to film. I plan on doing some journal with me videos with these supplies. And then maybe I might do some mail art with some envelopes depending on if I have enough time to get that done this month before I get another kit, and if I have enough left over. I think I could definitely get it done. There's still some 6x6 sticker paper that I could use, and some of the bigger labels I could definitely use, so maybe I'll try to squeeze that in, depending on if I have enough time. I've been filming like crazy the past week, trying to get caught up. I have been slack with the filming the past couple of weeks, and so now I'm just trying to get caught up. I just haven't been in the mood to film. I've been really busy with Patreon and making sure that the kits were ready to go, and I really need to figure out an easier way, a more streamlined way to do that whole process, because typically I have the kits already made. It's the kitting and the shipping part that seems to take me the longest amount of time, because I don't just create shipping labels. I'm trying to use real postage, so I have to figure out what each individual envelope weighs, where it's going. I have to type everything in and find out exactly how much postage I need, and then I have to make sure I have enough postage, and almost always I never do. And I like to try to use unique and vintage postage wherever possible. So sourcing something like that can be difficult, and take some time, and that's definitely where I've been. These kits have been ready to go for like 5 or 6 days now, and I'm still trying to source the right postage. I'm waiting for new international stamps, and it's just a whole thing. So I definitely need to figure out a better, more streamlined way. Maybe just making shipping labels is easier, but it's a little bit more expensive. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it would just be easier to do that in the future. I just like the character that postage stamps add. So I don't know. Moving on. I'm just adding a few of the items that were in the kit for March. I'm not done stuffing these by any means. I am adding way more, but for the sake of the video, I wanted to just show you that you could use what was in the kit and add a little bit more dimension and texture with the stuff that was in the kit. But I do plan on adding more and then sending this out into the world. It wasn't a whole lot in terms of small ephemera that I could use over and over and over again, so I definitely have to pull some other things from my stash, which is totally fine, but for the sake of the video and using this kit, I thought that it served the purpose and got the idea across. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well and that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or ideas for what you want to see in the future, as always, please feel free to leave that down below. I love hearing what you guys want, especially when it challenges me to do something that I haven't done in the past. I just filmed a video yesterday doing something that I've never done on this channel before, and I've only done once ever before. And I hope that you guys like it. It will probably be up next week because it is one of those videos that I filmed for Patreon, but I think I will upload it to YouTube so the rest of the world can watch it maybe a week after I give it to my patrons. But I think it's fun. It's really interesting, and I actually used my March Patreon kit to do that particular video. I've actually got 2 videos that I used March's kit for Patreon. So I think that'll be fun and interesting and give you guys some more inspiration. But yeah, I hope that everybody is doing well. I spent the whole day today running around with my mother-in-law. We went to Costco and Target and Hobby Lobby and had us a great old time, but I'm exhausted now. Mr. Hand is hanging out with the babies right now, so I could do this quick voiceover. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you are not subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe now so that you don't miss any videos in the future, and make sure that notification bell is on so you definitely don't miss anything. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.